Hello everyone and welcome back to more Mass Effect 2. So I have a mod that will help with my plans for stuff, I think. As for now, I'm just gonna move another one of these up. I think wide would probably be. Well, I'm not. If you want heavy. I probably should. Wait, why do you have your things already unlocked? Huh. Weird. That might be an issue with the mod. Like, huh. Shouldn't have those unlocked already. Okay. So yeah, I can't fit everything on this bar. That's the unfortunate thing. And Unity will always take up a slot. But I'm gonna have to adjust a few things, which we need to get more than 4 so we can access the resources as soon as possible. Also,
looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
I guess we use this crappy shotgun for a while. Not like I can't really use my alternatives right now. Which might get plasma.
Strange.
I might need.
No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris mess.
Strange. Security systems were disabled by the other colonies.
Terrible. Strange.
Incoming!
Oh jeez, my health.
Shoot them before they take out his shield.
One left! Perfect!
Target down! Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Mine's actually a lot better for Mass Effect 3 because it'll put ammo powers on like the num keys instead of where they're at right now. So I could actually have more powers than is allowed. It's less effective for Mass Effect 2. Like I can build how I want to build, but I can't really have my powers where I can't have more than what's available on 1 through 8, basically.
Trouble coming! Nice trip!
Hostile forces have engaged.
Got him! Got him! There!
Ow. By the way, before
Right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
Yeah, I didn't really
I nearly
have a
died,
choice.
Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
I
We
think
can
it's probably
argue
one
over
and
who
all.
killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Gotta go find Vitor. Try to open the inventory. There is no inventory.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
We've been spotted!
Get over here!
Use overload on them.
Try to get overload, you said.
One less!
Rocket drop.
Target down!
Yes! Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Okay.
Yes!
Here's the trail. Here we go.
Got him! Target down!
Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed a heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
But
We'll
first
take
I
cover
gotta
by the
go
doors.
grab that
Shepard, you
thing.
take point.
And now then, do you know how to put your people in right positions?
Moving to cover!
Right
There
there.
we go.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Heading to
Oh no. Heavy mag.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Well, let's see. Torch for death by shield. Meh, brief.
Overlord will take out their shields.
Okay, fine.
Here we go.
Oh, you're bad. Oh, wait. I was gonna say that actually work. We picked him up and dropped him.
It's gonna blow!
Yeah, that sort of worked. Not the best, but... Heck, yeah. Could have been better. Could have been better. Well, at least we didn't charge it. I'm sure that would have been fun.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Let's see, there should be a,
This should come in handy.
and hopefully that's everything. I think it is.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Great. We come all this way and our only witness is a babbling idiot.
Swarms coming. Storm coming.
By the way,
Storm of
renegade
swarms.
choices.
You're not one of them. You're human. They didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
The little buggies.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, Then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
And well, he's not very human now, is he?
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
But you're not
I think
human.
that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You know you
don't
should
have
try
to
me,
take Vitor
Tower.
and go. We could work together just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Well, be to go to Tower.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
So yeah, well at least now we know things.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat.
Well, you did
but
do
more
horrible
important,
shit back
you
in that
confirm the
set
collectors
one.
are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
The Collectors are definitely a human enemy. But how do we know there's a connection to the Reapers?
Their focus shifted to humanity only after you and the human fleet destroyed Sovereign.
Well, that could be
The
a
abductions are related, even if the Alliance and the Council refuse to believe it. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
You know,
Keep
I
your
had
list.
right.
I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Where's Caden Alenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tisoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you
Somehow I
could
doubt
convince
that.
them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus.
I actually
He's a
might
brilliant
do that.
Solarian scientist. Our intelligence
'Cause I need
suggests
to
he may
research
know how
that.
to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
Sounds good. And what else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
It's so pretty. Well, he didn't have Cerberus painted all over it.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Well, you know. It's very interesting. Heavy weapon ammo, which I can't actually research because I need a head scientist still. Oh, the problem though is there's so much to do. Ooh, look at my spazzy new outfit. It's very basically just a Cerberus version of my Alliance uniform.
Welcome aboard the New Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to
I
our
have
posts.
questions.
Come find us if you have any questions.
I have dialogue. I need to go to Omega. I need advanced things. There's a lot to do. Yeah, I know the galaxy map. I know. Oh. The question is, we don't have a navigator, do we? Oh, stuff to do with controls. Yeah, Coda's entrance. Joker.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Basically, don't worry about them for now.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
Of course he does.
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that
What do you
question.
mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Right, of course.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator.
It means they
We are
could
called the
be off
Lazarus
doing,
cell,
you know.
which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Basically means they could be off doing, you know, Ragnar and all the other bullshit, and it doesn't pertain to any of the other cells.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that.
How did Cerberus replicate the
I have a block that prevents me from answering
Let's
that.
discuss something
Ready.
else. That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Well, now to go wander aimlessly. Because you know how much I love the wander aimlessly. They're one of my favorite things to do. It's just to wander aimlessly. Oh, my private terminal, how full of bullshit is it this time? From Counselor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you are actually alive, and you to come and talk to me on the citadel. A lot has changed the last 2 years. You put us on top, and sorry for the you'd be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been inheriting. Shepard, we reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Saeed Masani. We made known the names. He has been involved in some of the best known, and some utterly unknown, military operations in the German systems, and is viewed as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. You might need a man of his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. Find him on Meg where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about it if you have taken care of that personally. Found the MSV Rosalia spaceship with the Cerberus connections has gone missing. The Cerberus team is field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead planet-sized exploration rover. Addition scientist Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Lloyd are aboard the MSV Rosalia and conduct research for us. We need to find the ship for Cerberus team and the doctors. Nah, I see no place. Shepard, scans in the Amanda system and turned up something we thought you should see. Find the location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. Now, this might be important to you, but we also have an interior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument. We'd be on the side of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still training crew members unaccounted for from the attack from the Normandy. If you find signs of these lost crewmen, ask you to report to the line so that these heroes' families might find some closure. Godspeed to you, man. By the way, I gave you a herd. Joe, one of our searchers were off the crew of our explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology that need you to investigate. The work is extremely mentalized, although I can't divulge the operation details for this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite Typhoon system, the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. Shepard, here's the thing. It's called an arc projector. You don't use it. Shepard, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief, Kasumi Goto. Gushy to work with you. Very few people have even heard of her. And few can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequal at stealth and infiltration. Skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zagara Ward on Citadel. There you'll find a special address with it. Different from the usual, and put the password silence going to begin the rendezvous. Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting minus administration fees for closing file substitute, you'll remain balance of money. Yay. Money. Upgrades. We don't have upgrades. Sad.
Welcome aboard.
Carrie.
I'm Norman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but
Oh, you
Cerberus
know,
has noble
murdering
objectives.
Kahokus and
We look out for human interests.
releasing
Advance
Rachni.
human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I drop you.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nah,
I better
right
go.
now. I have,
Okay.
you know,
Maybe
I
we'll
have a
talk later.
lot of shit to do.
A scientist is required to use
Yeah,
the technical
I know.
laboratory.
Sad. Weapons, though. What do I have for weapons? What? What? Okay, I need to take a fucking minute. Where's my shotgun? That's a good question, me. Like, seriously, where did you put my gas plasma shotgun? Oh, so I need to check on a mod. Cause I'm not seeing what my other weapons are, and I thought I should have them by now. When I start. Let's see, what is it, the Modern Weapons Pack? Yeah, it's the Modern Weapons Pack. Adds 22 new weapons for you and your squad. To Mass Effect 2. So, where do I get these things? All weapons are locked in the first few assignments of the game. Pistols after completing recruitment missions Omega, and everything else after her. Oh, jeez, that far ahead. Oof. Okay. That far ahead. So, where do I get my gas plasma shotgun? That's the question of the day. The thing is, in Mass Effect 2, it used to just be Bell. It says Omega, doesn't it? Okay, well, if that's the case, I'll go find it when we go to Omega. Still, I'm not happy about not having half my weapons, you know. I'll keep this stupid thing. Fuck this thing. This, I'm not happy with these things, to be fair. Anyway, can't really change the thing. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. You know what? Anyway. Hi, Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the
I mean,
past.
we did do horrible things.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently.
Besides
or
murdering,
we'll all be tried and
so
executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Well then, how about dialogue?
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already?
Oh.
I'm not big on forcing these talks.
Okay,
Shepard.
fine then.
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Great shit.
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Well, there you go.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Where's my head even looking? I don't know.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Have I? I just looked at it. No, I haven't. Oh, the captain's cabin. Don't have fish yet. Don't have half my trophies yet. Let's see what we have here. We have my armor locker. We have a strange picture. It looks as though Yeoman and Carol Chambers left this picture in cabin. There was a note attached mentioning that a so-called Conrad Verner is your biggest fan. They also have to send you a memorial. Then we'll end up on the Normandy SR2. They remember this from your previous visit to the Citadel. But you need to focus to remember how you really do. The Imperial? Is he he was charmed. You remember you were nice to him, even though it was quite intense? You hope he has continued living a good life. Only time will tell if you cross paths again. I have a picture of Conrad on my desk. Oh, great. That's just what I needed. Music. Meh. Sound like I have my good music. Okay. Well, I need my shotgun. I have my shotgun. So yeah, we definitely need to go to Omega first. But as for now, we're just gonna go around talking to everyone, picking up quests, all that nonsense. You know, the basic Mass Effect stuff. Do.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
The starboard observation deck is closed until needed. Access to life support is restricted. The port observation deck is closed until needed. Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
Well, I'm gonna go where I choose to go.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions?
I can see the
I'm
blurring
good,
of
but I'm
my
no
character.
miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
Like, it's really good when it focuses on your character. When it doesn't, yeah, it's a bit oof.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This
So
ain't no
that's a
luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
I get.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Yeah, and you know, using Ragnar and throwing creepers and murder Kohoko.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Back to work.
Commander, what can I do?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions.
Maybe.
Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its
Trusting everyone to
advancement.
make the right decisions.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But
Oh,
we're
yeah,
all
we've
working
seen them
towards the same
scientific.
goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military
Oh,
division.
were they? Using Rack
But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe,
I think
but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Whatever I need. Oh god, my head's doing that thing again.
Commander, what can I do?
Do you have a minute?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe
anything I should know regarding
the crew's
Norm?
working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
So
what exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed.
Well, there you go.
Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Okay, well, There's one more person we need to talk to on this level. Dr. Chakwa.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Anything missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical.
To me for some reason.
I trust you, Commander.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Well, there
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
I was trying to read those books or whatever she has, though. But I don't think I get that good of a zoom in on.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
Of course it is. And down to engineering. Which I should really go to before, you know, the next mission. Well, before we go to a mate, anyway.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Well,
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
You keep doing the thing.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you she would.
I don't think there's anything downhill. This is where, you know, Jack shows up. Stays downhill. Otherwise, yeah, there's no reason to go downhill except for like a Mass Effect 3 when you want to go downhill to collect the space hamster. Oh god, that means I need to go get the space hamster. That was, I think, the Citadel. Anyway, we went to talk to everyone, and now we need to go ponder. Normally I do other things before I go to Omega, but But yeah, we need to go to Omega. First thing we would need to refill the ship though. 5 probes. So by the way, here's the thing about probes now.
Launching probe. In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
That's how probe works now. I just have to go look at planet and go boop.
Launching
I don't have to
probe.
worry about,
in research projects,
looking.
platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
I just go boop.
Probe launched.
All these other places to go to. Yeah, we'll do it like how I used to. We'll go here all these other places and do Omega in the next video. If possible. Parts will probably go around to anomaly.
Probe
Before we get
launched.
too far.
In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics. Launching probe.
That's what I didn't say about Element Zero's use to make biotics and tech things.
Probe launched.
It's so much easier with this. Instead of just, you know, well, I have to go scan, find this
Only half our fuel
sweet
remains.
spot, and all this open nonsense. And this time we boop it. And then we move on. I'm perfectly fine with booping it and moving. The plan's depleted, and we move on.
Probe launched.
Boop.
Launching probe.
Oh yeah, look how slow that is.
Probe away.
Yeah, when it's depleted, there's nothing for you to gain. So I only probe them once. That's all you really need to do now.
Probe launched.
Boop. Oops, didn't mean to exit forward. I'm pressing the wrong button. It's that whole Mass Effect 1 thing coming into play with the whole... you just keep pressing escape until you're ready to leave the system. I got to file for... Nope.
We have exhausted our fuel supply. I will use FTL to get us to a fuel station.
I forget if there's any, you know, thing, anomalies detected in this system. Boop.
Launching probe.
For fuck's sakes. Yeah, Mass Effect 1's thing with the whole... yeah, you just press escape until you're ready to leave. Ugh. It's coming to play to bite me in the ass, isn't it?
Anomaly detected.
There's an anomaly detected. Good, see.
Probe away. I have detected an anomaly.
General distress. Beacon.
Probe launched. I have found something.
Center scan suggests transfer matches servers encryption is registered on no deep cover of servers. To the life science confirmed upward transmissions that match known Eclipse code communications OCD detected. Oh, there's my armor. It's not bad. Not bad. Actually, I want to go downhill. Material. There we go. Bit more. Change the material just slightly. And can I cycle your appearance? Yes, I can. I already have you two right now, so 2 points isn't enough to do anything with. Makes your overload better, but I think I'll hold on. The fact I don't have any of my weapons still bothers me. Wait, is there anything out there? Nope, doesn't look like it. I think I know which one this is.
We're compromised!
Yeah.
Can't reach the target.
Nice shot. Enemy down.
Yeah, it's really that whole slurping thing of hell. Yeah, I like this one. This one's simple. I do like how simple a lot of the side things are in this, compared to, you know, Mass Effect 1's. So, Eclipse target. Agent Rawlings, some time ago, we know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted data required. They could conclusively prove servers involvement in arachnite experiments. I believe Rawlings possesses a cipher that could be used to decrypt the data. Without cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. Everyone proved difficult to capture, having instantly himself on a ship bound for the Attica Traverse. He had one of the lords of the ship's crew who believed him to be a human denitor. He had one of the believed him to be a human denitor on a mission of discovery. Owen agents managed to disable the ship and Hubbard's defenses long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. But allow men to obtain this house. They had better be worth the expense. Interrogations failed despite some of our most advanced interrogation techniques. Agent Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Apparently, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare. Consider it unfortunate that Agent Rawlings did not live to pass on the cipher. We have men working to decipher the encryption now. As long as we control this data, the resistance remains a powerful tool against servers. Boop.
Taking heavy fire!
Yee.
Here we go!
You wanna get back? Oh, slap.
Incoming!
Deploying more field! Fire! Open fire!
Foreigners were taken away to try to flatter you. Of course, why not? Whee! And they deteriorate into nothingness. So what's over here? We find a lady platinum. Okay. Do. Oh, we found him. But nothing out anyhow. Well, that's just the day.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
I'm gonna keep it for myself.
Data received.
Banker to their transfer to know encryption and storage. Money's platinum. Moving right along. Okay, well, before we end the video, one last area to go to.
Launching probe.
Oh, that makes things so much simpler. I love it. Means all I have to do, I don't have to worry about probing. I just have to go boop and move on. Just boop.
Probe launched.
Okay, so I add the thing to, you know, the little thing that says progress hill. What the hell? What are you? You stirred out more than I remember
Launching probe.
standing at. Anyway, Outshara.
Anomaly detected. Probe away. Something on our sensors.
Scans confirm the records of the SSV Normandy. Planet surface, no life signs of mechanical activity yet. Stable landing zone located amid the crash site. So, let's go down. We'll handle this, then in the video. Then next time we'll go to Omega and get started on that stuff. Normally I'd recruit Galaxy 4 Morden, but... Oh, actually wearing a briefer. Cool. Because, like, I don't want to wear a helmet, so we're wearing that instead. Cool. That works. Because normally, you know, they'd put a helmet on us, default. But this is apparently a new default. I can work with that. Now then, let's go. We must see flashbacks. We must collect all the dog tags. Remember when Joker used to pilot the ship from there? Pepperidge Farm remembers. So I could put the monument there. No dog tag. Well, to shoot the box. collect the darkness. Ah, that's. So I want to check on one thing. I thought there was a mod for this. I had this. It's something like for the armor lights. Huh. But I'm not seeing what it is. Huh. That was the thing I had, but oh well. Okay, anyway, where was I? Dog tag. Now all of this is just going to be me trying to figure out which ones I've got, which ones are. Once we get down to the last ones. Mako! Seriously, why don't we take this with us? Oh, so I did not move that. Don't. When you have the ability to vault over it, use it. The CIC. Is that what I'm thinking is? That's our N7 helmet. We should take that with us. Ah yes, the datapad. Spoke to the commander about all these damn Davids aboard the lines of advanced ship. I don't trust them. Especially that damn Missouri. And Aquarian. What ship think this is? Zoo? With the Aquarian, it seems she's on some kind of pyramid trying to improve the law of her home ship. I can understand that. I would babysit my children. I wouldn't let her babysit my children or anything. But if she has been for us, that's not too bad. For a while now, I'm taking a look back at past centuries in this journey. How blind I was at the time, I came to the ship firmly believing humanity was on its own in the galaxy. Ship for all these errands aboard, and there was no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. But I would say, die for any man of the crew, regardless of what world they were born on. Presley! He became less racist. Take that many shots to get through one. To get through one box. Yeah, these weapons. I can't get my really good weapons until like after frickin' Horizon. Ugh. That's gonna be a while too. Oh, I might be able to make do with a pistol. Maybe. Herp, 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 herp. Travel train. Train. 14. 15. 16. 17. That's part of the ship. But wasn't she more so on the bottom part of the ship? That was more where Cade was. 18. 2 more. And this is where I prefer to put the monument. Because it's right now where you can actually see the whole Normandy's name tag. So yeah. I know, we're just gonna put down... How is that in my inventory? Probably I was just leaving it there. Who's to stop someone from coming and staring at when we leave? Let's see, there's one left. As far as I don't even know where it is. Huh. Now for the fun part, figuring out where's the last one at. Went all the way over there, right? Probably. Hopefully. Well, let's go over here, shall we? Nope. Huh. Oh, the ones that bought us, I think. Oh, you sure it's not over here? Nope, everything over here. Huh. Ugh, had to be the last one, didn't it? Already got those. Nothing over here. We return to the Normandy, but no sense doing that until after I get the thing. But where could it be? Huh. Oh, well, that's refined element, so that's not a name tag. Got the one over there. Got the one up there. Got the one all the way over there. Huh. Which one am I missing? Something shows me my objective thing. It's just pointing me towards, you know, the shutter out. Oh. Wait, what? How did I miss that one? And this. Weird. Anyway, gonna go leave this place. Go train name tags, put the thing over there. Got the ailment 0. Back to the north. And of course I still can never remember when I need to go talk to people on the ship. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, save. So, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day. Next time, we go to Omega. We buy some things. We hopefully recruit Morden and maybe Archangel. And then we, well, and Zaid. Then hopefully I can set up my character better from that point. We'll see. Anyway, next time.